Hi guys. So we're gonna be redoing. We're gonna be redoing the season review for football. Try to finish that playlist so we can start another one. We can start the prediction for next year and all that. So let's get into it. We're gonna be doing the Cleveland Brown. Very tough season for the Cleveland Brown. They got rid of Baker Mayfield. They got Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson had the big suspension that didn't help this team. I think without that suspension, they'd probably make the playoff. So let's get into it. So record, they finished 7 wins, 10 loss. Fourth in the AFC North. At home, they were 4-4. Away, they're 3-6. Not really good on the road. Against their division, 3-3. Actually, not that bad. In the AFC, 4-8. So in their conference, 4-8. That is not really great. So let's get into week to week. So week 1, they win 26-24 versus Panthers. So they started the season, and it was against their old quarterback because Baker Mayfield was playing for the Panthers in that first game. So they win that game 26-24. Started the season with a win. Then week 2, they lose a close one, and this one really hurt. They lose 31-30 versus the Jets, and that didn't help. Week 3, they win 29-17 versus the Steelers, so against their divisional rival. So right there, they have 2 wins in 3 games. That's really good. Then they lose 4 games in a row. They lose week 4, 23-20 versus the Falcons. Then week 5, they lose a very close one, 30-28 against the Chargers. Week 6, they lose 38-15 versus the Patriots, and they finish that losing streak 23-20, very close game versus the Ravens, their divisional rival. So right there with the 4 loss, that didn't help. Then they go week 8, they win a big one against their divisional rival, against the Bengals, 32-13, and they get a bye. So before the bye, they're basically 1, 2, 3 wins and a lot of loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 loss. 3 wins, 5 loss. It's still possible they make the playoff. So they get a bye, and what they do, they get a losing streak again. They lose 39-17 versus the Dolphins, and then 31-23 versus the Bills. So they go in that division and then doesn't do well. So what they do, their schedule goes to the worst division in the league. So they play against the Bucks, and they win against the Bucks 23-17 in overtime. And then they win 27-14 versus Texans. So they get the little winning streak going. But they still lose one there. Week 14, they lose 23-10 against the Bengals. Very important game because it's against the division. And then they go against the division again, against the Ravens. They win 13-3. So that is a good win for them. But they lose right after 17-10 against the Saints. And then they win 24-10 versus the Commanders. And then they finish the season versus their divisional rival. They lose 28-14. So that really hurt this year that Deshaun Watson didn't play much because that suspension. Jacoby Brissett did his best, basically. So the games that were very close, you got against the Jets, 31-30, right? 23-20 against the Falcons, that's very close. 23-20 against the Ravens. That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. So if they would won instead of that, they'd be in the playoff. They'd be 10-7. So they need to next year try to win those very close games. All right. So quarterback, you got Jacoby Brissett because Deshaun Watson started the season in suspension. 11 game starts, 4 wins, 7 loss. Not very good in the win columns. 2,608 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interception. Deshaun Watson came back with 6 game starts, 3 wins, 3 loss, with 1,102 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interception. Rushing, you got Nick Chubb, 1,525 yards, 12 touchdowns. Receiving, Amari Cooper, 1,160 yards, 9 touchdowns. Defensive, it was a lot of Myles Garrett. He had really a career year for him. He had 16 sacks in the season. That's pretty good. Quarterback hits, 26 hits. Really a great season for Myles Garrett. Grant Talbot was the tackle leader with 72 tackles. So we'll see if next year gets better. We'll see if Deshaun Watson can get back to the old Deshaun Watson. And then they could actually win these close games. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this. Like and subscribe. And yeah, so I'll see you in more videos. And also I'm going to be trying to finish this playlist here so I can get to the prediction and other playlists. Oh god, I fucked it up. Another playlist that I can finish too. So I'll see you soon. See you guys.